Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I'm Shani. If you're new here, welcome, and to my regular watchers, I always appreciate you. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. I'd really appreciate it. On the menu today, let's make these delicious corn sticks. You're gonna absolutely love them. So here I have in the bowl some yellow cornmeal. You can also use white. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle on some salt and some sugar. And this is pretty much all the few ingredients. I'm also going to be grating on some nutmeg here. You don't have to, but this is just going to really help to make the flavors taste so good. So I'm just going to eyeball about a 1/4 teaspoon. You can go in with a little bit more if you like. Alright, so that is done. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a whisk just to get this incorporated so that everything is nicely combined. So into a pot, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of water in here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pour the cornmeal in. And as I said, you can also go ahead and use white cornmeal. So I recently had the experience of eating these for the first time, and they were so delicious. My cousin-in-law brought them back from Ghana, and they were so tasty. And some of you may know that my husband is Ghanaian, and so I decided that I wanted to try these again. Rather than waiting for someone else to bring some for me, I decided I would try to make them. And so my husband told me how to make this. And it's so funny that my husband does not cook, but he knows how to make all kinds of things. So here I've put the cornmeal on the stove, and I've just tossed it around, and I'm just gonna let this cook up for a few minutes on here just to cook the cornmeal, soften it up a bit, and that'll be about 5 or so minutes. And look at it here. You can see that the cornmeal is starting already to cook as it's softened up, and you're not seeing the grains as raw as before. This just reminds me of making fufu. So this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from the stove at this point, and I'm gonna put it in a bowl to cool off because this is quite hot to work with, and you're gonna need to use your hand to make this Adunlee or corn sticks. These are so delicious. Now it's my first time making it, so guys, if I'm doing it correctly, then you can go ahead and tell me. And even if I'm not doing it correctly, it's my first time, so understand. So here this is cool enough to work with now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of cornmeal on my work surface here, just so that it's not too sticky. And you're supposed to have the ends, the two ends, to be very pointy. And this looks good. I imagine you can get them a little bit thinner. The ones that I had were a bit thinner than this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go with it. So just roll them out on the board. You can have them long or short, as this was the length that I had. So here I had some done already here before. It's quite a lot of work, so if you have a lot of hands in the kitchen, you could go ahead and let them help you. So these look good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some oil heated up to fry these off. So into our oil here, I'm just gonna add about 2 cups of oil here, and on medium to high heat. And you don't want to walk away from these too much. You want to stay very close to them and just keep stirring, and be mindful that the ends don't burn because the ends are much thinner than the middle part there. So these look okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these from the pot, and I'm gonna do another batch. I think I did about 3 or 4 batches of these. Alright, so this is a second batch, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get these out as well. Now these were so tasty. They just remind me of our festival in Jamaica. It's the same flavors, it's just that we use flour with that, and they're not this thin. So for my Ghanaian friends, I hope I did a good job. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Comment and let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.